Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Elusive Target Arcade. And today's arcade, the Blusterous. This is a 3-level arcade, and we will be starting off in Bangkok, and we will be taking on Mr. Wen Say, or Say Wen. And our stipulation for these arcade today is we're not allowed to poison any of our targets, which is my favourite kill. So for today's challenge, we will be starting undercover as a guard in the rear courtyard, and the only item we need will be a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to give the shed a nice wide berth to avoid the cameras, make our way in through the side here, and just around by all the produce here we will find a propane cylinder, and we're going to take that cylinder and enter into the hotel. Just be aware that the hotel manager will be an enforcer, as she's around somewhere, and there is another enforcer just on reception, so we're just going to give reception a nice wide berth, make our way into the restaurant area, up the stairs and around to our right, where we will encounter Mr. Wen. So we're just going to place our propane cylinder on the table here, right in the corner. There we go. And then we're going to move away, because Mr. Wen won't move for about 10 real-time minutes, so we've got all the time in the world to get ourselves in position out the front of the hotel, and make our way around to the right here, where we will encounter a gentleman sitting at the table and a waiter, both of whom will leave momentarily. The waiter is already leaving, so we're just waiting for the gentleman at the table to vacate the area as well. And once he does, we can then aim through the front window here at the propane cylinder and take one shot at it. It takes me ages to line my shot up, and if you look at the mini-map, someone's heading this way, so stand down 47, yes. So we're just going to wait for that guy to go past behind us. Once he's clear, we're going to re-aim. We're going to take a pot shot at the propane cylinder. It's good enough. So that will get the propane cylinder leaking. We're just going to let everyone calm down, because we have alerted a few people there. They're wondering what that noise was. But eventually they will all go back to their usual routines, and before anyone else walks past me again behind me, we're going to line up our shot once again and take a second shot at our target.
Target eliminated. The money has been wired to your account.
So our first target has been eliminated with an explosion kill. My second favourite kill is usually my fallback for an accident kill. All that's left for us to do is to make good our escape before anyone puts 2 and 2 together and realises that the guy holding the gun might have detonated the explosives. So that is level 1 taken care of. We're now going to move on to level 2, and we will now be off to Santa Fortuna. So here we are in Santa Fortuna, and our target today, Mr. Vincetti. Again, we cannot poison him, which is, again, for this elusive target, my favourite way to dispatch him. So we are going to have to come up with something different. So for this challenge, we will be bringing with us a tranquilizer gun stored up at the village construction site, and our silenced pistol will be starting at the bus stop. So, right from the start and off the bat, we need to make sure our target has spawned in the right location. So we're going to make our way down. We're going to collect up our tranquilizer gun just in case. So we have that. You don't need to bring the briefcase with you. We're just going to make our way down to the purple building. You can see all the guards here, but there are 3 people missing. So we're looking to restart until we see the guy in the chair sitting down at the back of the room there. Once he is there, we know that our target has spawned in the right location. We're going to make our way around to the back of the building, in through the window, turn on the radio or turn off the radio and then turn it back on again. That's going to distract one of the construction workers, and we're going to use our tranquilizer gun to render him unconscious. Now, the reason I'm using the tranquilizer gun is we are going to be triggering a lockdown, and it does mean that all the guards will be running around quite randomly, and if that guy is found and you've knocked him out, it will cost you your silent assassin rating. If you use the tranquilizer gun to knock him out and his body is found, it will not affect your silent assassin rating. So once that guy is unconscious, we're going to make our way up to the construction site, pick up the hammer, and we're going to throw it against the wall there. Now that should get the guard's attention and he will come round to investigate. Haven't got his attention this time round, so we're going to have to try again, but we do have a couple of guards down on the street, one of them looking in this direction, so we're just going to wait for them to leave before we rinse and repeat our throwing of the hammer against the wall. This time round we have got the guard's attention, and just like we did with the construction worker, we are going to render him unconscious with our tranquilizer gun. We're going to then quickly make our way up the stairs. We're going to take the guard's outfit and then return down to street level, where we will then cross the road, and we're going to go up onto the building opposite and across the rooftops. I forget about going across the rooftops and try and run into a locked door, but we're going to go across the rooftops into the hut here, pull out our silenced pistol. As you can see, Vincetti has just arrived in the area, so we are going to have to wait for him to leave. You could take 2 shots at the cylinder that he stood next to right then and there if you wish, but it is risky. So we're going to take 1 shot at the propane cylinder there, and then we are going to very quickly put away our pistol and turn away while the guard investigates. That has also triggered a lockdown in the area, so Vincetti will now be downstairs surrounded by guards. There they are. Everyone will eventually go back to their usual positions. All we have to do is wait. We don't even have to wait here. You can go back to the bus stop to wait. Just be aware of the enforcer on the other side of the road. But for the purposes of the video, I have chosen to stick around for the kill, as usual.
The money is being transferred now, 47. Now to find an exit.
So that will get us our second target. Don't worry, you can see another unconscious person there with Vincetti. He is only unconscious. He was far enough away from the blast. So we're going to run past the hostel and through the ruined building back to the bus stop to avoid the enforcer on the main road. And that is level 2 now complete. So we will now be moving on to level 3, and that will be set in Mendoza. And we're going after Miss Bayswater, the other assassin. So there she is, Miss Joanne Bayswater. This is a relatively easy one, and again we cannot use poison, which is the favoured method for this elusive target. So this time round we will be starting at the shrine. We're going to be bringing with us a Eggmatic gas grenade in a briefcase and our silenced pistol. Everything else we'll need is available to us on the map. So right from the start of the final level, we are going to stop praying to Allah, collect up our briefcase, make our way out of the shrine, just going to stop here by this entrance and remove our gas grenade from the briefcase, return it to the briefcase to activate it, and then we're going to head off to the cinema, which is one level below us. We're going to try and remain in our suit for as much of this as possible, just because there will be no enforcers around. It will make the exit a little more tricky, but for the rest of the mission we will be perfectly safe. So we're going to head down to the cinema area, and just in front of the screen here we will find a propane cylinder. We're going to take that propane cylinder and we are going to make our way up to the barbecue sort of eating area, and this is where we will encounter Miss Bayswater. So we're going to take our propane cylinder all the way over to the edge here, and we're just going to place it down on the drainage grating there, around about here, and then we're going to select our Egmatic remote detonator, make our way into the barbecue area, right into the center here. And this young lady, you can see by the barrel umbrella area, will engage the target in conversation, so we know she comes this way. We're just going to wait for her to arrive, and when she does, we're just going to bump into her and detonate the gas grenade. She will then get sick, and she will make her way over to the railings where we've left our propane cylinder, and she will be sick over the edge of the railing. We're going to make our way around to the flower bed with the lazy waiter playing with his phone at the other end. We're going to crouch down here and await the arrival of our target, who will go right to where the propane cylinder is. I've actually placed it right where she stands. You might want to place it a little more closer to where we are so that you get a nice clear shot at it. Unfortunately I do not, so I'm going to have to use instinct. We're just going to take 2 shots at the propane cylinder, put our gun away, and target dealt with.
The money is being wired to your account, 47. Now head towards an exit.
So that is our third and final target for the day. All we have to do is to make good our escape. Might have been a better idea to go down the outer stairs, because there are enforcers running around, and the only real viable exit we have is the Great Field exit. So we're going to run all the way back down towards the cinema area, and we're going to make our way into the Great Fields, and we're going to get that guy's outfit there. And the guards who patrol the area have just left, so we've got time to do this. So we're going to use our briefcase, we're going to render the worker unconscious, run over, grab his outfit, and head for the exit. Now the reason we're doing this is there is one enforcer guard stationed at the exit. Now if you're in your suit, everyone's an enforcer, and in the worker's outfit only that one guard is, so it makes your egress that little bit easier. So there we go, one more elusive target arcade taken care of, and we have once completed secured ourselves a nice new hoodie. It looks nice and warm with the onset of winter coming. We might be wearing this quite a bit. So there we go, the Lucky Ducky suit to go with all of the ducky guns that we have. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.